quick question for you. Do you say, I was hit by a stick, or I was hit with a stick?
Ah, that's tricky.
Or what about this? This book was written by John, but I cut the paper with scissors.
Both by and with. But why?
Exactly. That's what we're learning today.
Let's make it simple.
Very simple.
We usually use by for the person or agent who does the action.
And we use with for the tool or instrument used to do the action.
That's the core idea.
Let's look at a passive sentence.
The cake was made by my mother.
Who did the action?
My mother.
So we use by. Now listen carefully. The cake was cut with a knife.
The knife is not a person.
It's the instrument.
So we use with.
Let's put them together.
The cake was made by my mother and cut with a knife.
Perfect English.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just Say English, Easy English Podcast. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Ramo. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Wherever you're listening from, maybe at home, maybe on your way to work, or maybe relaxing in the evening, thank you for learning English with us. Now, imagine this.
You receive a message.
You say, this email was sent by my boss.
Because your boss is the person who sent it.
But you say, I sent the email with my phone.
The phone is the device. Let's test you.
The window was broken, blank, a stone.
Is the stone a person?
No.
So
we use with.
the window was broken with a stone.
Now this one. The window was broken, blank, the children.
The children are the agents.
So we say, by the children.
Let's slow down for pronunciation. By, short, clear.
And with. Notice the soft th sound, not wit, with.
I was invited by Sarah.
Person, so by.
I went to the party with Sarah.
Now Sarah is accompanying you.
That's different.
This is important. By Sarah means she did something. With Sarah means she was together with you.
Two completely different meanings.
I was hurt by his words.
His words caused the pain.
Now listen. I spoke with him.
That means you had a conversation together.
Many learners say, I was written with Shakespeare.
That's incorrect.
It should be, it was written by Shakespeare, because Shakespeare is the author.
Let's make a short dialogue.
Okay.
Who was the movie directed by?
It was directed by Christopher Nolan.
How did they film it?
They filmed it with advanced cameras.
So remember this simple rule.
By equals the doer.
With equals the tool or instrument.
Or sometimes the person you are together with.
All right, now let's go a little deeper.
Yes, because by and with are not only about tools and people.
They also appear in travel, time, emotions, and descriptions.
Let's start with transport. We say by car, by bus, by train, by plane.
Notice something important. We do not say by a car.
Correct. No article. You say, I go to work by bus.
But listen carefully. I am in the car.
That's different.
Because now you are inside a specific car.
Let's compare. I traveled by train. I traveled with my brother.
By train tells us the method of transport.
With my brother tells us who was accompanying you.
Many learners say, I go by my friend.
That sounds strange.
It should be, I go with my friend, because your friend is accompanying you.
Now let's talk about time. We say, finish this by tomorrow.
What does that mean?
It means before or not later than tomorrow.
Another example. Please send the report by 5 p.m.
Not at 5 p.m.
Before 5 p.m.
Now listen carefully. I will meet you by Monday means anytime before Monday. I will meet you on Monday specific day. But I worked with him for 2 years.
Now, with shows relationship or cooperation.
Now, this is important. We use with to describe feelings. She was shaking with fear.
He was filled with joy.
She looked at me with anger.
Why not by fear?
Because fear is not the doer of an action.
It describes the emotion inside the person.
We also use with to describe features. A girl with blue eyes. A man with a beard.
It describes what someone has, not who did something.
Listen to these 2 sentences. The door was opened by John.
John did the action. The door was opened with a key.
The key was the instrument. Now something more interesting.
The house was destroyed by fire.
Fire caused the action.
Even though fire is not a person, it acts as the agent.
But if you say, he hit the wall with a hammer,
the hammer is clearly the tool.
Let's make this real.
Okay.
How did you come here?
I came by metro.
How did you come with?
I came with my cousin.
When do you need the project?
I need it by Friday.
Fill in the blank. I cut the vegetables, dash a knife.
The correct answer is with. The song was written dash Adele.
Answer is by. Next sentence is, I was trembling dash excitement.
With.
Please reply dash tonight.
By tonight. Let's summarize this section slowly.
By is often used for the doer of the action, transport, deadlines.
With is used for tools, accompaniment, feelings, characteristics.
And the more examples you hear,
the more natural it becomes. All right, now things get interesting.
Yes, because sometimes by and with both seem possible.
And that's where learners get confused.
Listen carefully. The building was destroyed by the storm.
Storm is not a person.
But it caused the action.
So we treat it like the agent. That's why we use by. Now compare this. He broke the window with a stone.
The stone is the tool.
Not the main cause.
The person is the real agent.
Here's a simple trick. Ask yourself, who or what is responsible for the action? If it's the main cause, use by. If it's the instrument, use with.
Now let's talk about communication. We say, I contacted her by email. I paid by card.
Notice something. Email and card are methods, not tools you physically hold to perform an action like a knife. But listen to this. I wrote the letter with a pen.
Pen is the physical instrument, so we use with.
I sent the file by email. I typed the message with my laptop.
Method versus instrument.
Now let's look at a tricky one. The picture was painted by a professional artist.
Clear, the artist did it. But what about this? The picture was painted with oil paints.
Oil paints are materials, so we use with. Now combine both.
The picture was painted by a professional artist with oil paints.
Perfect structure. Agent plus instrument.
We also use with to describe behavior or attitude. She spoke with confidence. He answered with honesty.
Confidence and honesty describe the manner, not the doer. If you say she was insulted by him,
now he is the agent.
Listen to this carefully. I was surprised by the news.
The news caused the surprise. Now I reacted with surprise.
Surprise describes your reaction. Small difference, big meaning change.
Let's bring this into a real conversation.
Okay.
How was the presentation?
It was prepared by the marketing team.
How did they create it?
They designed it with advanced software.
How was it delivered?
It was sent by email. Natural, smooth, logical.
Some learners say, I was married with her.
That's incorrect. It should be, I was married to her.
Prepositions can change completely, so always check natural usage.
Let's test your instinct now. Fill in the blank. The room was filled blank smoke.
With smoke, because smoke describes what fills it.
Exactly.
The mistake was made blank the manager.
By the manager. The door was locked blank a key.
With a key. The door was locked blank security.
By security.
Notice something important. You are not memorizing rules. You are noticing patterns.
And that's how fluency grows. Sophia, how did you come to work today?
I came by metro.
Alone?
No, I came with my brother.
Nice. See that? By metro is the method. With my brother is the person who accompanied you.
Let me ask you something. When do you need the final script?
Please send it by tomorrow evening.
Before tomorrow evening. Got it.
And how will you send it?
I'll send it by email.
And how will you write it?
I'll write it with my laptop.
Now imagine this. You receive unexpected news.
You are shocked.
You say, I was surprised by the news.
The news caused the surprise. Then someone asks, how did you react?
I reacted with disbelief.
Now, disbelief describes your reaction.
Let's create a small story.
Okay.
A small shop was destroyed by fire last night.
The fire caused the destruction.
The owner tried to break the door with a hammer.
Hammer is the tool.
He called the police by phone.
Method of communication.
When they arrived, he was shaking with fear.
Emotion inside him. That short story used everything naturally. Let's imagine an office meeting.
Okay.
The presentation was prepared by the design team.
It was created with new software.
It will be shared by Friday.
And sent by email. All correct. All natural. Listen carefully to this pair. I was touched by her words.
Her words caused emotion. Now, I touch the table with my hand.
Hand is the instrument. Same verb, different meaning, different preposition.
You're going to a party. How are you going?
I'm going by car. Who are you going with?
I'm going with my friends. At the party,
This cake was made by Anna.
she decorated it with chocolate. Later, someone says, please finish the food by 10 p.m.
Deadline. Let's test you one last time. The novel was written blank a famous author.
By a famous author.
He fixed the chair blank a screwdriver.
With,
He paid blank credit card.
by.
So what's the deeper idea here?
By usually shows the cause, the doer, the method, or the deadline.
With shows the tool, the accompaniment, the feeling, or the characteristic.
Small words.
But powerful.
Because they change meaning completely.
Today, notice how people use by and with.
In movies.
In emails.
In conversations.
And try using them consciously at least 3 times today.
Once for transport.
Once for tool.
Once for deadline.
You don't need complicated grammar.
You just need awareness.
And practice.
If this helped you, share it with someone learning English.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care. Keep practicing.